workers. The overseer was supposed to meet me hours ago.
Lilith?
You there. Do you work here?
No.
As a notary for the Quama Consortium of Necrom, I demand that you explain why production has halted. Are you aware of the irreparable harm this is inflicting on our image?
No, I don't work this mine.
The consortium will be none too pleased.
But I don't work
Apologies,
here?
traveler. I came on a little strong there. I'm an auditor sent to inspect Anchor Egg Mine. It's been a few days since their last shipment, and the higher-ups are growing restless.
They sent you to investigate it all by yourself?
Please, this isn't the first workers' strike I've negotiated. Wait, you don't think something dangerous happened here, do you? Well, I have expense funds for this assignment. Might I hire you as a bodyguard while I perform my audit?
I can accompany you as you investigate the mine.
I'm required to inform you that as a contractor for the Quama Consortium, you are held to the highest standards of conduct. But on a personal note, thank you. Now, we'll need to inspect the pens, speak with the overseer, and take note of the queen.
Good. You mentioned a Quang Queen?
Oh yes, a healthy Quama queen is as good as gold around here. Their eggs are a staple food for dark elves. The consortium outfits these mines with the best tools and workers money can buy.
And what is the consortium?
The Quama Consortium of Necrom oversees the care and husbandry of egg mines on the peninsula. Their export of eggs is second to none, but even one mine operating below expectations can lead to grumbles among shareholders.
And that's where you come in?
Myself and others like me, yes. Auditors, adjusters, if you will. We assess the egg mines to ensure they continue to meet the consortium's production standards. Though that's certainly not to say I'm irreplaceable.
You're worried you might get fired?
Anchor Egg is a particularly important mine. It may seem dramatic, but I'm convinced any failure here will result in my dismissal. It isn't easy for an outsider like myself to be accepted into a Telvanni business, so yes, I'm a bit worried.
Tell me more details about your audit.
It's routine, really. Whenever the consortium believes a mine is operating below standards, they send along an auditor to run an inspection. This usually entails the overseer providing a comprehensive tour of the Quama pens and the mine's queen.
Are you familiar with the mine's overseer?
Ulfingar. I've met him once before, back when the mine was first opened. Nord fellow, tough as rocks and sweet as salt, but a hard worker. You want that in an overseer. To be honest, I'm surprised he's late. It's definitely out of the ordinary.
You think something's gone wrong?
I haven't the faintest idea. I was only sent along to conduct an audit, though the consortium did seem rather on edge. They said I should expect to hear all sorts of excuses, from cave-ins to cultists. Laughable, I know, but it's part of the job.
The miners are going to make excuses for the lack of productivity?
I shouldn't jump to conclusions, especially when I haven't had the chance to assess anything yet. But yes, my employers certainly seem to think so. After all, not every worker keeps their company's best interests in mind.
Mm-hmm.
I expected more activity in the mine, but... Oh, by the green. What happened here?
Ba-ba-ba.
Let's go.
Foreman?
Fomessa. Is she... Oh, no.
Nope, she's gone.
Someone's alive? Let's hurry. Oh, the smell really just hits you right in the face, doesn't it? Not altogether displeasing, but certainly potent. Let's get a move on, shall we?
Any tasks?
Yes, of course. You are taking the lead down here after all. Which part of the audit do you wish to know more about?
Why do we need to inspect the pens?
The egg hands use the pens to efficiently track and corral the workers and scribs to cut down on overcrowding and the dangers that come with it. In fact, most production errors originate with the pens, so it's always a good place to check.
Well, what will finding the overseer do for your audit?
Naturally, the overseer must, in triplicate, sign off on the state of the mine and provide records as to its upkeep and production goals. The consortium will then review his records with my findings to root out any inconsistencies.
And the queen?
The importance. The queen is the mine. The workers tend her, the warriors defend her, and the egg hands harvest her eggs and other byproducts for the people of the peninsula. Knowing her health is critical information for the consortium.
Overseer? Hi.
Now you are a welcome sight. Please tell me the way out of here is clear. We were starting to lose any hope of escape.
I'm accompanying Cinda, an auditor for the consortium. Where are you?
Sure as bones. I ask for aid and they send an auditor. At this rate, there won't be a mine left to audit. I'm Overseer Ulfengar. The egg tenders behind me are Malsa and Barlock. We barely managed to escape the Quama, let alone those damned cultists.
Wait, you said cultists?
Yes, I sent word days ago asking for more guards. We first saw them sneaking around the mine, but now they've broken in somewhere near the hatchery. They've whipped the Quama into a frenzy, and I'm worried they're trying to poison the clutch.
Are there any survivors?
Fomessa went looking for survivors down the southern ramp. An egg tender Gain left to scout the southeastern passageways for a way out. I ended up here with Malsa and Barlock. If there are others alive out there, you'd know better than me.
Robessa's dead. We're looking for Gain.
Oh, Fomessa. She was hard to steal, and twice as sharp. If she didn't make it, that doesn't bode well for the rest of us. Can you find Gain? He made his way towards the mess cavern not too far from here.
The cultists are trying to poison the clutch?
One of the egg hands, Gain, noticed young Quama returning to their pens with green slime. A few days later, we started spotting cultists skulking about. What better way to poison a clutch than to taint the young ones? But there has to be more to it.
Why do you say that?
There are plenty other mines across the peninsula. Killing this brood would only be an inconvenience to the consortium. But yet the cultists are here in full force. I'm certain there must be more to their plan, but I have to look out for the miners.
You gotta say about that, Cinda, huh?
I promise I had no idea Overseer Ulfengar asked for aid. If I had known... Regardless, we're here now. We have to do what we can to help them.
What do you think of Elgo's story, then?
This is the first I've heard anything about cultists. I've never known Ulfengar to exaggerate, so if he asked the consortium for guards, I believe him. As to why the consortium wouldn't supply them, let alone give me a warning, it's troubling.
Barlock?
If I ever make it out of this mine, I'm going to wring the neck of whoever made my sweet Quama go mad. They didn't deserve this.
Aw. Masala?
Please
Asa?
tell me you're here to rescue us. Barlock's hurt, and I'm a miner, not a healer.
Mine's dead, too.
From my notes, I think this was Gain. one of the chief egg hens. They've torn each other apart. Look, a notice on the pen. Let's see what it says.
Attention all head cans. Keep a close eye on the scribs. There's been a lot of little ones wandering the older parts of the mine and coming back with covered in green goo. Could be some kind of mold or drippage from the surface, but it's got them acting up. Twice have been bitten by otherwise docile scribs. The consortium won't like it, but we may need to pause production until we figure out what this green ichor is coming from. Last thing we need is a sickness spreading over the mine.
Green ichor. Could that be the source of this frenzy? This poor hive. By the green. This is ghastly. I can't even begin to surmise the damage.
What do you think happened in the pens?
I haven't the faintest clue. But whatever it was has done incalculable damage to the mine. Wait, who are these people? And what are they doing to this mine?
Yeah.
Feels good to get the blood pumping, right?
To the side!
The afflicted Dicor has proven most effective. It has made short work of this egg mine.
This contagion will destroy Necrom's food sources and leave them begging for Lord Peryite's mercy.
Gods. All this destruction. All this suffering. Why are they doing this?
Soon you'll fall, and Necrom will follow. Enough! Bend to Peryite's will, encased my putrescent blades.
Hey, leave my ember alone.
You cannot stop the oncoming plague.
These cultists have done irreparable harm to this egg mine. But at least you dealt with their leader. Thank you. No, what have they done to her? The mine is dead without its queen. Perhaps we can still harvest her pheromone gland? It's the only thing that might help us rebuild.
Pheromone producing gland that may be the key to saving the mine.
Thank you. The consortium may be able to rebuild the hive with that.
Ah,
Poor
yes.
thing.
Another subject to help perfect.
That's everything. Let's head outside. The Overseer and the others should have made it out by now. Overseer. I'm glad you all made it out. With your expertise in the Queen's pheromone gland, we should be able to reopen the mine in...
Reopen the mine? After the Consortium left us to die? To sovereign God with this mine. You've got the Queen's gland, re-queen the mine yourself. We're leaving.
Ulfingar, please reconsider. Ulfingar? Friend, can you please talk to the Overseer? The people of Necrom will starve without this mine. Please, can you speak with Ulfingar? I respect whatever decision he comes to, but without him, the mine may never recover. We have a real chance here. With the Queen's gland in a steady hand like Ulfingar's, we can save Anchor Egg Mine. I know it.
Would closing the mine be that bad?
This mine is critical to the people of Necrom. Anchor's proximity makes it a boon to the city's markets. And we're not just talking about the food produced here. Every broken shell, every quama gland, every shard of chitin has value.
Anything convincing Ulfgar and the others to say will help?
Of course. Having experts who know the mine well will be essential for bringing the operation back up to speed, particularly given the cultist mischief. Ulfingar saw those skeevers in action and can describe it to our alchemists firsthand.
They're using they were poisoning the eggs. Do you think the Consortium alchemists can clear out the corruption?
With Ulfingar's help? Yes. Without it, though, well, it will be slow going for sure.
That the Queen's gland can help reestablish the mine. How does that work?
Introducing a new queen to an ailing colony is a delicate affair. The few healthy Quama that remain are still loyal to the dead queen, and they won't hesitate to kill a new one unless egg handlers use the gland to mask her scent.
And you need Ulfgar to do that?
Yes, his familiarity with this colony, his years of experience, the Consortium hired him for a reason. We only get one chance to re-queen, and I fear that a new Overseer will botch the job. Then we really will have to shutter the mine for good.
The Overseer might be right. Hard to forgive the Consortium for leaving us here, but I'd do it all again if it meant I could protect my chitinous little rascals.
Aww.
Without Ulfingar, me and Barlok would have never made it out of there. Whatever he chooses to do, I've got his back.
Ulfgar?
If Sindiath had wandered in here alone and gotten herself killed, how long before the Consortium sent another to find us? A day? A week? We're lucky someone of your mettle was nearby. You have my thanks, friend.
So
Truly.
do you really intend to leave? Sindiath believes without your help the mine will fail.
It failed the moment those Consortium hawkers chose to ignore my letters. Does Sindiath really think a queen's gland and some elbow grease will be enough to put that place to rights? You saw what those cultists were doing. It's blighted. Finished.
Consortium will try to reopen it. You trust them to safely do it without your oversight?
So it's my burden then. Sure as bones. Those bastards are just greedy enough to risk it, aren't they? With a fresh queen's gland. Ah! No, we'd need an army of egg hands, alchemists, a staffed garrison. The Consortium would never agree to it.
Here, take the Queen's land and set your demands. Sindiath will make the Consortium see reason. You're right to distrust the Consortium. I'll give the gland to Sindiath and tell her you're done. No. You make the demands.
Yeah. I guess we'll find out. Let me see this gland. And tell Sindiath we'll stay on if the Consortium provides all the staff and resources I need. The moment they hedge, I'm leaving. And taking Malsa and Barlok with me. Necrom be damned.
As you absolutely should. Sindiath?
That sounded like it went well. Please tell me you have some good news. I really need something to soften the blow of this report to my superiors at the Consortium.
Ulfgar says he'll stay, but only if the Consortium meets his demands and cleans the mine.
Oh, trust me, I'll make sure the Consortium does what is right. To send an auditor in place of soldiers? Unbelievable. The safety of the people of Necrom is my highest priority. Take my thanks and everything that I owe you.
Yay.
Good. You can start by making sure the families of those lost in the mine are properly taken care of.
Of course. Honoring those lost is the first step towards making things right. The first of many. Thank goodness you came across me when you did. I'd have completely lost my head in there without you. And I just know I'd never have been able to convince the miners to stay on by myself. The people of Necrom have you to thank, mercenary.
Do you think they'll be able to convince the consortium?
I'll do everything in my power to try. The consortium is obligated to serve the needs of the citizens of the peninsula, and that includes its miners. I may not be much use in a mine, but bureaucracy I can handle.
What will you do if you lose your job?
Funny how anxious I used to be about such things. Ulfengar put his life on the line for his workers. The least I can do is pressure the consortium. This is my battlefield after all. It might surprise you what a few strongly worded letters can do.
Ulfengar?
Regardless of what the future holds, I'm glad you wandered by the mine when you did. Too many good people died in there, but the three of us might have joined them. We're grateful that we didn't.
What does the future hold for you now?
It'll take some time before the mine can be reopened. We'll need to clear it out, find a new queen, hire on replacements. If they keep me on as overseer, I can see it reopening within a few months, but it's up to the consortium now.
You still want to be an overseer of the mine?
You think I'd trust anyone from the consortium to do it? No. We'll need to find better positions for Malsa and Barlek, too. They're young, but they know their stuff. And they deserve the promotion, after all that's happened to them.
Do you think Sindrith will be able to keep her promise to you?
It's tough to say. Wringing anything out of the consortium is like squeezing water from a stone. But she seems confident enough. Timid ones like her are always more dangerous behind a desk anyway. Some warriors prefer pens to swords.
Barlek, what do you got to say?
Looks like I'll be able to take care of those little critters again after all. If my arm gets better, at any rate. Thank you for the hand back there. Drinks are on me if we ever run into you again.
Asala?
If the foreman is confident about going back into the mine, then I am too. Hopefully, Sindieth can keep her promise to help as well. And thank you so much for pulling us out of there.
That's what I do. Bye, goodbye, goodbye. Okay.